Okay, right. Now, there are few standard reports, and also if you want to design any report, you can design a financial report. Now, from here, there are report name available and report description available. You can run this report. Okay. Okay, now from here you can select your company. Now in this software, if you are using more than one company, you can select your company from here, and you can select the year, financial year. And if you have any budget, you can select budget from here. And after that, you can run the report. Now in this report, you can view balance sheet actual 1 to year, and period wise balance sheet you can view. You can view the company name and financial year. Here you can view assets, liabilities, equities, you can view. And also when you are generating this report, so there's two options, hide 0 rows and show account detail. If you tick on this show account details, another column line will display, show subtotals at the bottom. So you can tick this option and you can run the report. Now in previous report, there's no GL accounts and you can view only summary. So in this report, if you tick display or show account details, you can view each account and amounts you can view, and also you can view the total for each section, bottom of that, or you can view the subtotal. And also if you want to drill down this by clicking this plus mark, you can view the you can drill down. Like that, you can generate this report. Next, I'll move to dashboard accounting. Click run report. From here, you can select your company. And you can select financial year and select budget code. And click run. Now from this report, you can view accounting dashboard, and you can view revenue analysis, business performance ratios, current ratio, gross profit margin, net profit margin, like that. Ratios you can view, actual year to date, trend, prior year to date, then cumulative revenue, trend analysis, gross profit, net profit. You can view from this report, or you can view from that dashboard. Next, financial dashboard. You can view trend analysis, cash movement, sales target, then expenses for the period. Those details you can view. So you can practice this report. And next, I'll move to financial management pack, current month and year to date. So description you can view from here, display per tab, profit and loss, and balance sheet for current month and year to date. Click run report. Select your company. Select financial year. Select budget code. And click run. So you can view Sage Intelligence Financial Management Pack. This is the cover page. Next, balance sheet, prior year to date, actual current month, actual year to date, 12 months. And you can view profit and loss. You can view actual, budget, prior, actual year to date, budget year to date, prior year to date, actual year to date, 12 months, budget, and prior year to date. Now in these columns you can view current period. This is period 7, and you can view actual year to date and actual year to date 12 months. So this report you can save to Excel. Here you can select company, financial year, budget code, and if you take this hide 0 rows, then if one GL account has 0 values, those accounts will not display. And if you take show account details, now previous report you can see It's a summary report. If you want to view detail, each GL account wise, you can take this option. And third option, show subtotal at the bottom. If you take this show subtotal at the bottom, you can view the subtotals. Now here you can see detailed report, each account wise you can view, and subtotals available. And detailed account also you can view, actual budget prior, these details you can view. Right. So standard reports available. Here you can run the report. You can select the company, financial year, budget code, and other options such as show zero rows or subtotals you can change. And if you want to design any report, by clicking this red color plus mark, you can create report. We'll create one report here, create report. You can enter name, report name, and you can enter description. You can select a folder. Okay, and create report. Right. Now you can select columns and rows. You can click columns, and from here you can add columns. Okay, now if you are creating balance sheet, you can select balance sheet items. Then rows you can enter. You can select balance sheet, sorry, profit and loss, and you can save this report. Okay, now we will run this report. You can select the company. Select financial year and budget code. If available, you can enter, or else without budget code also, you can run the report. Right, now you can view your report. Okay, you can export this report to Excel, PDF. And here you can view this report. Okay, and also here also you can add, or you can create a folder. We will create a folder for RUH Group B. Now you have folder. Again, we will go to report options, or we will create a report. Now here you can select your folder, and you can save this report. Right, we'll add columns again. You can select actual versus budget, actual versus prior. Right. Now we have created report, and if you want, you can edit these reports. Now here you can change the name. Like this. You can change or edit this report. Right. Now, in addition to that, you can enter calculations by clicking add a calculation. You can add calculations. Now assume we have 12-month period here. We want to view quarterly report. Okay, I'll change this name again to actual one. So an actual 2. Right. Now we want to add. We want to create a report quarterly. Now assume first 3 months, quarter 1, then 4, 5, 6, quarter 2. You can add or delete columns from here. If you click plus, new column will add, and if you click this X, it will delete. Like that, you can, if you want, you can add additional columns. Okay, we will change to quarter 2. Right. Now we can give calculations. We can select that quarter 1 and change this column type to calculation. Okay. Now after you select calculation, that name will delete it. In the column heading, I entered quarter 1 and select column type as calculation. Then you can enter the calculation. Now here, after you click this calculation, this screen will display. From here, you can select now we want to give the calculation for quarter 1, that is first 3 months total. So select actual 1, click plus, actual 2, task, actual 3, and click OK. Now you can see here calculation available. You can save and you can run the report. Select the company here. Okay, now you can see Q1 total available here. Actual 1, 2, 3, and quad. Now assume sometimes if you want, you can hide these columns, actual 1, 2, 3. If you want to hide that column, you can select that column and tick this hide column. We will hide these columns. And we will give enter calculation for this Q2. And we will hide these columns also. If you hide that columns, that column color will change. Save, run. Right now you can see Q1, Q2, and other columns we haven't given calculations. Right now assume you want to okay. Now if you want to add new column, you can select add new column, and from amount type you can select actual year to date, budget, budget year to date, opening balance or closing balance. Okay, right. Now you can view your created reports from here. Go to My Reports, select your folder, and you can view your reports, and you can run your report. And also from by clicking this ticks dots, you can run report, edit, copy, export, or delete this report. And you can edit report name, description, or report. Now, if you want to add space between these columns, you can add a space to add here. You can drag and drop columns. Now I want to add space between Q1 and Q2. So these columns hide columns. Now we will run this report. And here you can view a space. Okay, other columns, there's no spaces. Here you can view a space. Right, like that, you can create reports your own. You can create folders, and you can create reports. And now you have standard reports, and you want to do only a small modification for that report. Okay, in that case, you can go to that report, and by clicking these dots, you can copy report. You can enter name here, report name and description, and you can select location you want to save this report and click create. Right, now you can see this report. Okay, so if you want only few modification, you can copy that report, and you can edit that report. Okay, so if you want create new report from the scratch, you can create report, or you can copy standard report, and you can do modification according to your requirement. Okay, now we will edit this report. Now assume you want to change this report name, columns. You want to add months. Like this, you can change your report. And if you want to add spaces or calculations, you can add from here. Okay, you can hide by selecting column and tick this hide column. And if you want to add calculation, you can change this column type to calculation, and you can add calculations. And you can give percentages, variance, hide columns. These options also available. After that, after you modify this report, you can save this report, and you can run the report. Okay, like that, you can create reports from yourself, or you can customize this available report according to your requirement. Right, now we have completed this report section. Next, we will move to company. Now from company console, if you have more than one company, you can view that company console, or you can view list of companies. Next, change company settings. First session we have completed this. You can change your company names, general settings, tax settings, document numbers from here, and you can add multi-currency. From branding, you can enter your company logo, and from customers, so on. The customers also can view their statements. Next, company notes and attachment. If you want to add any attachments, you can add attachments here. Next, assets. You can create fixed assets from here. I think we have discussed this fixed asset part. You can create the fixed assets. And next, budget. You can add budget here. Next, user task management. Now, in this user task management, assume you have a assistant in your company, and from here you can communicate with that your assistant or other staff. Now, for an example, you want to add a task to your assistant. So in that case, you can click this add user task. You can select the subject. Same, you want to collect payment from your customer, and you can select the subject. You can select due date, and you can select the priority: low, normal, high, critical. You can select category. You can use your assistant name and type customer, and selection, you can select your customer. After that, you can enter message here, and you can save. And if you want to send this notification via email, you can tick this option. Then your assistant also can view from this user dashboard, and he will receive an email. Okay, now here you can view. And after their intermeeting, that user can, your assistant can mark as complete. You can create user task categories from here. Collection, payment, those new user tasks you can add from here. Right, next, analysis codes. Now, I think we have discussed this analysis code. Now, if your company has departments, strategic business unit or SBUs, or cost centers, or projects, you can use that departments or analysis code or jobs to maintain your profitability report. Okay, now for an example, from this analysis code, you can create your cost centers or branches or departments here. And when you are entering transaction, you can link this analysis code to that transaction. After that, you can generate, or you can generate reports filtered by that analysis code. Okay, now for an example, when you are entering customer invoice, you can link that your analysis codes. and you can generate reports filtering by that department. And also you can generate reports, profit and loss report, based on that analysis code. Okay, for any transaction, you can link this analysis code and if that analysis code not available from settings, you can add that analysis codes. By ticking these columns, you can add analysis code. And you can generate this profit and loss report based on your analysis code. And if you haven't allocated any transactions to this department, that values will display under uncategorized column. Right. Next, we will move to import data. Now, in this system, you can create your customers, suppliers, inventory items, GL accounts. And when you are creating those master files, you can go to each module and you can click and you can add. You can enter name and these details and you can save this customer. Now, if you have several hundreds of customers, supplier, inventory item or GL accounts, if you are creating like this, it will take long time. So therefore, you can use this import data option to import your master files. Okay. Now, if you import your data, no need to create one by one. You can import that data from CSV file. Okay. These master files you can import to system. You can import customers, customer categories, suppliers, supplier categories, item categories, assets, asset categories, assets locations, counts, time tracking tasks, and time tracking projects. Okay, these master files you can import to system. Right, now if you want to import customers, you can select customer here. And if you want to import supplier, you can select supplier here and you can import. Now, before import your data, you need to copy to CSV file. You can download that CSV file formats here, or from help also available here. And before import, you can create one master file, or now for an example, if you want to import customers, you can create one customer here and you can go to export data, and you can export that data to CSV file. Okay, now for an example, if you want to import customers, you can create one customer here and go to company, export data, select customer and export data. You can open that file, CSV file. Now, in this system, there are many customers. Therefore, all customers will display here. I'll delete these customers. Right now, in this CSV file, you can copy and paste your details. Okay, company name you can copy paste here, and if you have customer categories, you can add customer categories. Customer opening balances, opening balance date, the addresses, you can delivery address. Then user defined fields, credit limit, contact name, telephone numbers. These details you can copy and, or if you have a list, you can copy and paste to this CSV file. After that, you can import this CSV file. Okay, now for an example, I'll copy this customer, save. After that, close this file. Right, now you can go to import data section, select customers and select that file. After that, click next, and you can click next again. Now you can see 3 rows were imported successfully, and you can finish. Now we will check this customers available. Okay, now these customers available. Okay, now before import your master files, you need to know a few things. Now, first thing is now you want to import your customers. Okay, now if you want to import your customers, you need to first import your customer categories. Okay, before import your customers, you need to enter or import customer categories, because now now when you are importing your customers, if you have customer categories, that customer category not available in the system, that report cannot import, because system doesn't have that category. Therefore, it's better if you can import customer category first. After that, you can import your customers. In addition to that, if you have sales reps, please create sales rep first. After that, you can import your customers. Okay? And also, if you have price list, you can create price list first. After that, you can import your customer. Okay, so before import your customers, please create customer categories, sales reps, and price list. And if you have, if you want to maintain multi-currency, you can activate your multi-currency module before import your customers. And also, now in this CSV file, except date format, other all columns, all values should in general format. Now you can see this date format in date format, all other values in general format. If not, you can change these fields to general format and you can import your this CSV file. And one more thing, if you are when you are importing your master file, please check any double spaces available in your values. Now, if you have any double spaces, system will not allow you to import that rows. Okay. Now we will enter double spaces here, and we will import that. Go to import data file, select customers, choose file, select the file. And also here you can see my CSV import file contains column headings. Now if your CSV file has column headings like this, this name category, those headings available, you can tick this option. And if headings not available, you can untick this option. Okay. After that, click next. So this will display fields. What are the fields available in this your CSV file? And click next. Right. Now you can see CSV import is now complete. 0 rows were imported successfully. 1 rows failed to import. Okay, we had 1 row for 1 record, so that record failed to import. So if there is any failed records, you can view those records, why that record not imported to the system from this log file. Okay, by clicking this view import log file, you can download that log file. Now you can see the reason: importing of row 2 failed due to the following criteria not being met. Customer name may not contain double spaces. Okay, customer name may not contain double spaces. So you can go to that report. You can change this double spaces to single space, or from Excel CSV file, you can find that double spaces by Control F, and you can find type double spaces under find all, and find all. Now here we don't have any double spaces. I'll change again, and now you can see there's a double spaces, so you can change. So like that, when you are copy your customer data to the CSV file, after you paste here, please check whether that records contain any double spaces. If double spaces available any row, that row will not allow you to import to the system. So before you import, please check whether there's any double spaces. Okay, now We have changed that double spaces, and you save and close. Okay, we will go to system and we will import again. From here also you can import customers, or you can go to company and import data. Then select customers, select file, click next, click next. Right now here CSV import is now complete. 1 rows were imported successfully, 0 rows failed to import. Okay, now our all record has imported successfully, and you can click finish. We'll check that customer. Okay, this customer available. Like that, you can import your master files. Okay, we will take a short break, and we will continue. We will start by 4:30. Okay, like that, you can import your master files. And also, when you are importing your master files, please check whether there are any duplicate values. Now, you will add same record. Right. Now here, it's a duplicate value, same name, repeat again. So before you uh, import your master files, please check whether there's any duplicate values. Now here, duplicate values highlighted. So before you import, please check whether there are any duplicate values available. So if values are available, you can change that. Okay, like that, you can import your customers, suppliers, items, assets, and accounts and time tracking items. Right. Next, export data. If you want to export your data, you can export from here. Next, opening balances. Now, sometimes you may implement your system for old company. In that case, you may have opening balances. Okay, when you are implementing new company, there's no opening balances. However, if you are implementing the system for all company, there may be opening balances. So you can enter your company opening balances from company and select opening balances. Okay, before enter your opening balances, first thing you need to do is you need to select the opening balance date. Okay, now when you are logging to the system after you register and log into the system will display today's date as opening balance. You can change that opening balance date by clicking this change date. After that, you can set the date and save. Right, like that, you can set the opening balance date and you can enter your opening balance values. From debit side, you can enter, and credit side, you can enter. After you enter these opening balances, this difference should be 0. Okay, this difference should be 0. Now, for demonstration purposes, we have enter different values. Now here, this difference is, there's a value. So you can change that balance. And now the difference is 0. After that, you can update. If this is difference is not 0, you need to check your accounts and whether you have entered correctly that amount. If not, if difference has a value, you need to check and you need to balance that this opening balances. After this difference is 0, you can save. Okay, now you can practice how to enter opening balances. Right. Next, we will move to administration section. Now, from administration sections, you can create your users and you can control your user access. Okay. First, manage users. From here, you can create your users by clicking Add User. You can enter username, last name, email address, comments, telephone number, and mobile. Okay. In addition to that, if you want to add any notes, you can add here, and also you can add the action date and subject. So if you want to get any notification on action date, you can get. Okay. And after that, you can save. And also, if you have an accountant, you can create that user as a accountant. Then you can create that user by clicking Add the accountant. Same way, you can enter user details and you can save. Then this user is your accountant. After you create your users, you can view list of users. And from here, you can view accountant edition users. Right. Next, we will move to user control user access. Now, here you can view your company names and you can view users here. After that, you can view right side, you can view users that you have access to this company. Okay. If you have more than one company, it will display here and your list of users will display here. And you can view the users who have the access to this company. Okay. And if you want to add any other user, you can drag and drop here. Then that user will include here. And if you want to remove, you can remove from here. Okay, like that, you can add and remove your users to this company. Right. Next, you can give user permissions by clicking this permissions. Then system will display available modules in this company. And by clicking this plus mark, you can drill down those sub modules or subsections. After that, you can allow that permission to your users. If you tick this permission, that permission is allowed to your user. If you untick, no permission for that user. Okay, now here, add new journal entries, edit, delete journal entries, review journal entries available. Now, if you untick process journal entries, all other subsections will not available for that user. Okay, now if you untick this option, other three ticks will untick. And also now, if you want to lock only review journal entries, you can untick this option. Okay, like that, you can add or remove permission for your users. Like this, you can add. Now for an example, in your company, there may be different departments, sales department, marketing, accounts department users available. So if you want to remove permission for marketing staff or marketing department users, if you want to remove accounting functions, you can untick this option. Okay, so that accounting that marketing user can only use customer details if you tick this customer, and you can untick all other modules. Okay, and also customer module also has different sections. So if you want to grant any permissions, you can tick that option. Like that, you can give permission to your users. Okay, now you can practice how to create users and how to give permission to your users. Okay, now from this user permissions, you can set to users add transaction, edit transaction, or view transaction. You can give permission, or you can block users to enter transaction, or you can block permissions. Okay. Furthermore, now when you are enter transaction, when you are enter customer transactions, customer tax invoice, you can view this invoice gross profit. If you cannot view this gross profit, under options, you can go to customers, customer tax invoices, and you can tick this view GP on invoices, codes, and sales orders. Then you can view gross profit in the invoice. Okay, I'll remove customer module from this permission. I'll remove customer from this user. This is my user. After that, when I'm trying to add customer, this message will display access denied. So you cannot create customers, and you cannot view reports like that. So you can block that module from customer, that user permission. So if that user doesn't have access to this transactions or master files, you can view this message. Okay, access denied. Okay, like that, you can give permissions to your users. And also, if you want to change your password, you can change password from here. You can add all password, and you can enter new password and change. And you can view your profile. You can view next expiry date, current package, available add-on modules. You can view from here. Right. Okay, now we have completed this course, and I'll quickly go through each module. So from dashboard, you can view your dashboard, and you can customize your dashboard by clicking these dashboard options, and add widget. By ticking these widgets, you can add to your dashboard. And also each dashboard also has settings. You can change settings by clicking this settings icon. You can increase or decrease your items, current year, current month, unit value. Those things you can change from here. And it also has some other dashboard also. This is main dashboard. In addition to that, you can view accountant dashboard, customer dashboard, supplier dashboard, item dashboard, and financial dashboard. Then my workspace. If you go to this my workspace, now here you can view, you can see this create an invoice. By clicking this, you can create an invoice. Okay, Now, normally you can enter invoices from customers, transaction, and customer tax invoices, or you can use this workspace and you can create an invoice. Okay, you can set this workspace from go to administration, my profile. Under this preferences tab, you can set default dashboard to display. So I have set dashboard. If you want, you can select dashboard, or by default it's display my workspace. Now sometimes in your system it will display my workspace. If you want to change, you can change from here. These preferences you can change. After that you can save. Next, quick views. You can quickly view your customer supply item details here. You can select customer here. You can select your customer, and system will display customer sales history, recent transactions, outstanding in age analysis, invoices, all transactions, codes, and sales orders. System will display. Like that, you can view suppliers, items, bank accounts, and GL accounts. Next, customers. You can create customers from here, and you can create sales reps, customer categories also. Okay, you can create customers, sales reps, and customer categories. If you create sales reps, you can link that sales rep to your customers, and when you are entering transactions, you can link that sales rep to that transaction. And also, you can generate sales rep wise report. Right, from here you can do transaction, customer quotations, sales orders, tax invoices, recurring invoices, credit note, customer receipt, allocate receipt, customer adjustments. Now you can enter customer quotations, and you can convert that quotation to sales order or tax invoice, or without entering quotations or sales orders, you can directly enter your tax invoices. The main advantage of these recurring invoices is you can schedule your invoices. Now, for an example, if you are providing consultancy services, you can schedule, you may charge fixed amount every month from your customers. So you can set that invoice, then system will automatically generate the invoice and will send to your customer. From here, you can set the frequency and start date, end date, and you can change to automatically, then system will create the invoice. Okay, you can schedule your invoices. Next, if your customers returning goods back to you, you can enter credit notes, and after your customers paid you, you can enter customer receipts. So later or sometimes you may get advance payment from your customers. In that case, you cannot allocate your receipts to invoice. In that case, you can use this allocate receipt to set off that receipt to invoices. And from customer adjustments, you can change customer balances. You can increase or decrease your customer balances. From reports, you can generate these reports. And if you have activated multi-currency module, you can view your customer reports in local currency or foreign currency. And changing these filters, you can generate different reports. Next, from special, you can adjust your customer opening balances. And from time tracking, you can enter your time sheets. After that, after you enter time sheets, you can invoice that time to your customers. Okay. From here, you can enter your time sheet. You can select the project, and you can select the task, working hours you can enter. After that, you can save this, and you can enter invoice for that customer. Okay. After you select customer with time, this button will activate. Then you can invoice your time. Then system will display available time, and you can invoice. Right. Then debtors manager module. From here, you can automate your send reminders to your customers. Okay, these days, if your customer outstanding in number of 7 days, system will send a reminder. Next, supplier module. You can create suppliers or supply categories, and you can create transactions. You can generate these reports. And from items, you can add item here. You can add physical item or service items. And if you have different price list, you can enter that price list prices you can add. And you can add item bundles. Now, for an example, you may sell computers. In that case, if you are selling computers, that computer has components, that monitor, keyboard, mouse, those components available. So if you create bundle item and as a computer, that other components you can add from here. Then when you are invoicing to customer, you can select computer, then all components will display in the invoice. Right, next, banks. You can create your bank accounts from here. And you can set quick rules. So if you set a quick rule, then when you are enter transaction, if you enter this payee name, other details will fill by the system. And also you can import your bank statement to system by clicking this import bank statement. You can import your bank statement to the system. Next, accounts. You can create your GL accounts, and you can generate your account transactions here. And from accountants area, you can process journal entries, and you can generate financial reports. Right, next, in company settings, you can enter company details. And under company customer zone, if you activate this module, your customers also can view their statement online. So general settings, from here you can set your financial years. Regional settings, you can set decimal places, value decimal places, and currencies you can set. Item settings, you can add price list. Tax settings, you can add tax rates. And from documents and statements, you can set your document numbers. Once you set this number, from next transaction, system will automatically generate the document number. And from here, you can design your layouts and branding. You can add your logo to the system. Okay. So from here, user-defined fields, you can add additional fields. And from email signatures, you can add signature, or you can design your email body when you are sending emails from the system. And from multi-currency, you can add currencies. First, you need to add the home currency. After you set the home currency, you cannot change the home currency. Therefore, when you are setting your home currency, please carefully check and set the home currency. After that, you can add other currencies, and this exchange rate will update automatically. Okay. After that, you can save. Next, from administration, you can create users, and you can set user controls. Okay, so now we have completed our training course. So we will send you the assignment. So in that assignment, we will check how to create master file, how to enter transactions, how to generate reports. So those things we'll check from this assignment. And we will send you the assignment in next week. So now we have completed the session. So thank you very much for your participation. I think Dr. Manch is available now, right? Okay.
Yes, Mr. Anna, thank you very much indeed for your really valuable contribution to University of Ruhuna. Actually, I just don't know whether the participation was very low like this in the previous classes as well. What is your experience, Mr. Anna?
I think from this month it's little less. I think a few students has messaged they have started internships. Therefore, at this time they cannot participate for the session.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I also wanted to tell that they started internship very recently. So
Yeah,
few missing is okay, but today only one student,
once.
right?
Yes.
Is it only today? And how about last week?
I think last sessions a few students available. I think,
Okay, that anyway is not good, but this is not the right forum to comment because only the present students will listen to what I say. Therefore, I will inform them in a separate forum about their participation in this course. But anyway, on behalf of the university, I want to thank Mr. Channa and your firm for giving this opportunity to students. And this is an opportunity for University of Ruhuna also. As I think I mentioned at the beginning, we were teaching them Sage desktop application, I think for now 10-15 years. But I think this is the first time we got an opportunity to offer them a training on this cloud-based Sage accounting package. So I think that is a wonderful opportunity from our side. That is why I really want to thank you and PW Holdings on behalf of the university. And as you said, once the assignment is completed for Group B as well, we will have a certificate awarding ceremony at the university. I think now the situation is also becoming better. I hope probably the university will start for students probably in November. If it is not in November, it will be in December. But we will definitely be able to organize this event, irrespective of whether the university is open or not. So there we will officially thank PW Holdings and Mr. Janna again. And for the moment, I just want to thank individually and on behalf of the department for the great contribution you made. If you have something to say, I would be really happy to listen to that. And also, today we have only one student. If somebody also want to make a comment, that is also warmly welcome. Somebody, do you have anything to say about your experience regarding this course?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, I would like to thank you, Mr. Channa Vanigasinghe. This is a great opportunity to us. I think we learned more than what we learned from university. We learned Sage accounting package from university. This Sage accounting package was definitely different than the previous thing. More package, more more items, more transactions we learned from this package. I'm really thankful to Mr. Channa, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So, Channa, I think you can conclude with your concluding remarks.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Actually, we are conducting this course for many government and private universities, and also for leading higher educational institute. It's very pleasure to conduct a course for University of Ruhuna. And again, I would like to thank University of Ruhuna, Professor Samantha Kumara, Dean, Faculty of Management and Finance, Dr. Manjula K. Wanyarachige, Senior Lecturer, Department of Accounting and Finance, for giving us this valuable opportunity. Okay, Dr. Manjula, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I am not in a position to talk longer because I am in a noisy environment today.
Okay.
So with this brief vote of thank, I will conclude this session. And Sandali, please let your friends know, because of Channa sir, this program you received free of charge, and even the university didn't have to pay any money to PW Holding. That is thanks to Mr. Channa. So once again, thank you very much, Mr. Channa. We can end this session now.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.